Recently we reviewed the RC Batwing from Airhogs, a fixed-wing aeroplane that, well, it was a pain in the bum to try and fly.
I'm Batman. No, I am. Oh no, I just crashed.
Which is why I was pretty excited to receive this. This is the RC Batwing from Propel, and it's a quad, a mini quad, with a camera.
The RC Batwing from Propel is a microcopter with a camera, which means it's good for flying around, having a bit of fun, not much else really. In the back, the battery slides in, and at the front, the micro SD card, which is not included, goes in there for the camera. Now it's 720p, we don't have great hopes, but you know, hope springs. Oh, look at the battery! It's a solid unit that slides in and clips in just like that. Oh, and there's also a blade guard, which is very important. You'll see that later. Stick it on there. There we go. Now the controller's pretty cool. It's nice and small, easy to grip, nice firm sticks, and these things kind of slide on and off depending about what you find more comfortable. Most of the buttons are on the top for takeoff and landing and auto hover and that kind of thing, and you also get a change of knobs.
So let's give it a go. Now that blade guard is pretty necessary when you think about the fact that the propellers are at the bottom. I mean, you'd be fine if you're taking this off from a smooth hardwood floor or linoleum or a really short carpet, but out here in our top secret drone testing ground with dog walkers, very secret, we're going to need this guard on. And also, point, we have flown this previously, and these propellers, which are transparent, which are great for kind of maintaining the shape of the bat. It's Batman. They're quite brittle. They are harder than your average mini quad propellers, so they don't really bend. If you hit something without this guard, they will snap. Fortunately, you do get an extra set, but that's just one thing to bear in mind. I mean, it looks good, but crash, bang, wallop. And as this is a mini quad test, we will be going heads up. I really like this part. It flies really well, and of course it can self-hover, so it's up there. And 3 different speeds, not massive amount of difference between the speeds, but it is smooth, and I should say that self-hovering feature really does come in handy, and that's rare on a mini quad of this size.
And what about the camera? Well, it's okay. It's 720p, and it's probably the best camera we've had on a small quadcopter like this before. Look, there's good detail, pretty decent colour. It's not fantastic, you won't be using it for photography, but it is okay. And there's a crash. That happened quite a lot during testing. And just as we said before, a crash and yes, broken propellers. But with another set in the bag, we were ready to fly straight away.
However, I just had a very small crash into grass with the blade guard on and still snapped 2 of those props. So right now, that's the biggest issue for me, these really brittle props. And obviously because the propellers point downwards, they just seem a little bit more at risk than on a normal mini quad. So it is a good mini quad, but I just can't get past the fact how brittle those propellers are. I mean, I was just out there for 5 minutes and I lost an entire set. I mean, I don't have any spares now. So if you're giving this to a child, you are going to go through those props. That is one thing to bear in mind. But still, it is a lot of fun, and it's fully endorsed by Batman, so that's saying something.
And big thanks to the German man who helped me recover the Batwing after I crashed it really close to a stream. Really close. Thank you, German man.